Hey everyone, welcome to Long Arm Wednesday. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mama Pop Quilt Shop, and we're very happy to see you here today. We're working on the black and white quilt that we did as a scrappy on live streams just a few weeks ago, and then we added a piano key border to the side of it. We were talking about what color sashing we should put in, a little color border around the black and white before we broke it up. So we have this beautiful red here, and then of course all the, I think it was 24 blocks that we needed. I believe that was it. 4, 8, anyways, that many blocks to make the quilt. And it has a beautiful, beautiful design. In fact, Pop and I liked it so much. It looked like a ballroom floor and it looked like a piano on one side and a piano on the other. So we're calling this quilt Dueling Pianos. So here's going. I'm just going to finish. I already did the keyboard on the other side. I'm going to finish to do it on here. So the piece was, it was like 1 7/8 by 3.5, 1 7/8 by 3.5, and kept going and going, and then we just built it out in little block sections, okay? So if you look at a keyboard, it comes all the way down here, and then there's a line, which that separates that key and that key as you're playing the piano, right? And then in the center, it comes all the way down, and then here, back and around. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna go all the way down the keyboard, okay? So I have it 12 stitches per inch. I don't have it off the belts, which is the control belts or the X and Y axis of Walt and how he drives his machine belt. If I have it for stitching out, there's a beautiful notes and treble clef pattern stitch out here, and I will take a picture of it and put it hopefully at the end of this video, or it'll just be a post to the web page. Okay, so here we go, and I chose bone thread just to break up the white and the black a bit. I thought it would just add a little bit of extra texture color to what we had going on. Okay, now I'm coming all the way out to the edge and then back again. And then right over to the other part, up on this side, and then all the way out. Here, down. And just a matter of knowing where you want to go and getting there. This was a lot of fun to put together. Oh, there we go. Just pick that up again. A lot of fun to put together. I want to go back down here. And lots of different colors of blacks and whites with a little bit of gray. It really made this whole quilt pop. And of course with the red. We had a couple of suggestions, was like a really bright green, orange, purple, and red. And of course red won hands down. Purple kind of was a little bit behind, but really red took over. So that was the vote, and that's what I did. And I love it. So I figure if you're going to build a piano key border, and I know some of them are just strips of fabric and that's, classified as a piano key border, but I thought the whole fun play on the words of, piano key and it being the dueling pianos. So why not build an actual look-alike keyboard? Okay, so kudos to Pop for that. Thank you very much for that. Built it out in his software. And you just have to make sure every time you come to the center of the black, come all the way out, go back. When it comes to the center of the double whites, come all the way out and back. So the inside squares are all have an edge to edge in it. And then in the black thicker border, I have put interlocking hearts, because I really like that, because it's just the whole love of everything, right? And then in the red, it's going to go like a little ribbon candy pattern is going to go in there, okay? And we have just finished up on on Sunday, the green French braid star scrappy quilt. I'm not sure if Munchkin can just pull the camera just a little bit over so you could see that hanging on the wall beside me. on the rack, really. It's just something we have hanging from the ceiling. And we had a blast doing that. It is just gorgeous. And I used the scrappy bits from the outside edges of the star and put them together and squared them up to 5 inches and put them around the border in like a little mountainy sequence. I think it's kind of fun. I think it'll be a fun game to play to match the small triangle with the big one that's in the blocks itself. So, you know, they're not all in there, so that'll be part of the game. I still have about 11 squares left over, which I'm just going to keep for possibly the border of my scrappy quilt collection. I'm just kind of saving one block from each project. So thank you for that, Munchkin. That was a lot of work, but we had a lot of fun too. Note to self, when working with black and white, nope. Weird. Didn't want to. Try and use a really good white fabric, okay? Because other than that, you are going to get a bit of a shadow effect if it's not as a thick enough white that you maybe were looking for. You are going to get a little shadow on each side of the black, right? Yes, so our next scrappy quilt adventure is going to start this next Sunday, and it is going to be blues and greens because we've already done a blue quilt, we've already done a green quilt. Now I have lots of those two colors, so I'm going to be mixing them together. I'm going to try and pick a nice little easy pattern. Maybe it's just a bunch of strips and then cut that strip on a diagonal and then, you know, flip them back together or something, you know. We'll do something fun. Fun and easy. And in no time at all, you've built yourself a keyboard. Nice piano keyboard. This would be great for any music lover. There's lots of musical fabric in this quilt. We actually have, I think it's 4 or 5 blocks that have music in them. So, you know, why not? Accent that a little bit. Oops, I forgot to go with the double. Oh, here we go, backtrack. Whoa, whoa. There. These I didn't get too far. I could have just come back afterwards, but. If you're looking for maybe like a table runner for a really long, you know, dining room table or something like that, this would be fun. I think that would be a lot of fun, this whole pattern. All right, we're almost to the end. So I still have the 3 of the black borders to finish up and all of the red. So, and I will do that and take pictures so you can see it. Deep, deep, deep concentration. We're coming to the end. I gotta focus. There we go. Now that was a lot of fun. Even just stitching that out was a lot of fun. Awesome. All right, let me cut threads there so I can show you a little bit of what we got going on in the center of the quilt. Okay, so hopefully you can see that on the wee little camera there. There's musical notes here, and there's a treble clef, and it's beautiful. I love how it's stitched out. Like I said, I just used the bone thread and just had some fun, you know. Made sure it was a lot of fun just throughout the whole quilt. And of course, the very soft gray and white background, I think it really just complements it. So thank you very much for joining us today. And I'll take pictures and you'll see it, you know, on the other side. Okay, thanks everybody. Have a fantastic day. And we will see you on Weekend Project. Okay, big hugs from us at the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. Take care. Bye-bye.